fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I am here today to kit up my Alice in the Sea of Tears for the Alice in a Winter Wonderland event. So because I finished my TSA canvas sooner than expected, I thought since this event runs until February 14th, this would be a good opportunity for me to do another diamond painting in my stash and decrease my stash while working towards that 10,000 hours goal of mine. So it is a Diamond Art Club kit. If you haven't seen the unboxing, I'll put a card up there so you can check it out. It is a newer kit, so it does come with the pre-cut stickers. So I have already filled out my little logbook and put all the information in here, put my sticker in here, and I'm ready to just dive in and start doing this. I have pulled out my extra Elizabeth Ward containers because that is what I'm going to be using to kit these up in. And I have already gone and separated all of these drill containers or drill packages out. And I've got 3 piles. Well, 4 technically. I've got my 2 ABs here. These are all of the bags that have quite a few drills, so those will be in the bigger containers. This pile over here is all the drills that there are not very many of, so they will be going in these small containers. And then these in the middle are the ones that are neither big nor little and will go in either this mid-size or this mid-size containers. And I've got extras of each size pulled out. I was debating with myself whether I wanted to just order another tray for Elizabeth Ward and, you know, put my extra containers in it. So I would, but I don't know if I actually have enough extra containers to fill up a whole case. So I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to start with the bigger containers first, just because I feel like that's kind of the easiest place to start. Then I'll probably do the 2 ABs, and then I'll do all of those little ones first. So I'm going to put those off to the side, and I'm going to pull all of my bags of big drills. Now, I will say, for Diamond Art Club, if you've watched any of my other kit ups, I almost always kit up in DMC order. That's not as easy to do with the newer DMC kits because they actually put the drills in order of the number of drills, so they're not in DMC order. But when I use my Elizabeth Ward, I actually don't kit up in DMC order, which seems kind of strange probably, but I'll explain why. Because the containers are modular, and I put the ones that I have the most drills of in the biggest containers. And because I diamond paint by the symbol, I hardly ever look at what the actual code is, because of course the symbol is what is on your canvas. So as long as I know where the symbol is, it's not that important to me that it's in DMC order, especially when I'm using my Elizabeth Ward. Now, when I'm using the smaller containers and they're all the same size, it helps me to have them all in DMC order because of that. But in this instance, it doesn't make any difference. So, okay. So, I've got 2 bags of $37.99, 2 bags of $33.71, and then I've got 1 each of all the rest of these bags. So I'm going to take 2 of these large containers for these 2 colors of drills, and then we'll see where I'm at. So $37.99 is this symbol, and it's actually number 53. But again, that's okay with me that I'm doing it a little bit out of order because I will know that symbol is, there's a lot of it. And so as I diamond paint, I will learn, you know, which drills are where, according to their symbol and not just according to their DMC number. So trying to be careful and not spill these because I didn't get a tray out. I may do that when I get to the smaller ones. So 2 bags of that, and I've almost filled up that 1 container. So that was a good choice for that one. And then I've got 2 bags of 3371. There's a little bit of something hanging around in there. So let me get my 3371 and put that sticker on. Okay, and then I can put these 2 bags in here. So a lot of dark drills. We'll see. I don't know. Wonder if I'll have to actually use my light pad. Hope not. Okay, and again, 2 bags almost fills that one up. So there's that. Okay, now I have a 3rd large container in my tray. I'm going to ignore it for the moment, and I'm going to use this next size down for the rest of these colors that are mostly full, because I think it would be a waste of space to use the really big containers, because I know they're not going to fill it up, but it might fill up one of these, so we'll see. So 939 is this symbol. This is a little strange. I've never kitted up a Diamond Art Club. I haven't opened any of the Diamond Art Clubs that are kind of the newer ones until now, because I was focused on using my older kits and getting those done first. So I don't think this is new enough to be one of those that has, well, it's a round kit anyway. Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so I was right. It mostly fills up this container, but there's no way it would have filled up one of the big ones. So I'm good with that. So now I need 823. So I can put that one here. Okay. Guess I need to wipe these out in between. Get little pieces of stuff left in there after I dekit something. I do like these big bags though, because they make it pour so easily. Okay, so again, that one filled that one up pretty well. Okay, so 413 is this sticker. It does make the kitting up go faster, which is always nice. And because this is a round, I'm hoping I can finish it fairly quickly. My other one did take a bit, but my Treasure Studios art that I was doing. Let me get some of this trash out of my way. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors left that are going to go in these larger ones for sure. So 317 and you guys, I hope you can't hear my stomach. I don't know why it always starts growling the minute I walk in here to film. Okay, and then this one actually looks a little bit more full than the others. So definitely want to put it in this. I'm so excited, you guys. I have so many kits I want to work on right now, which, I mean, you know, that's always, isn't it? But I have so many, let's see, 992 and 993. So many that I want to work on right now, and I don't even know which one I want to actually start with. That's part of my problem and why I don't often have more than one project open at once, because I get overwhelmed with too many choices. And so I try not to do that to myself, because I know I'm going to get overwhelmed with choices. It's like, which one do I work on first? Do I work on this one or this one or this one? And unfortunately, pretty much everything I have unboxed right now is kind of a big project. So yeah, I have to pick one and just do it and get it done. And unfortunately, I'm also not one of those people that can just diamond paint on one project for a while and then skip and move to another one until I get bored with it and then move to a third. My brain doesn't work that way. Once I start it, I want to finish it. Okay, so I think I'm going to move to my little skinny ones and see how many of these I need and how many I get through with all of my little colors. Now I'm going to do my ABs first, since those are number 1 and number 2. And I always put my stickers kind of over that little hump. They don't stick down all the way, but that's actually okay with me because then it's easier to pull them off when I go to dekit. So, oh, and Jess did share with me that Diamond Art Club does not use the same symbols on every canvas, even though typically the 310 is that black with the white dot. They are not always the same symbol. Those got left in there. Come on, guys, get out. And so, because of course, if they were, her comment was that you could just leave, you know, those containers kitted up all the time because all your symbols would always be the same from one kit to the next, which makes sense. I hadn't thought of that, but of course, makes sense. So kind of a bummer. I mean, I guess I understand that, but kind of a bummer that you can't do that. Okay. Let me see if these are all going to come out a little bit easier because those last ones wanted to stick together and not come out. I don't know if they're staticky or they just don't want to come out. Okay. Okay, so there's the two ABs, and then I'm just going to start kitting up some of these other colors, and there's quite a few of them. Now, I know some of you also will do this according to color. I don't do that either. I mean, I could, I guess, but like I said, I'm more often looking at the symbol than anything else. So I'm just going to kit this up as I come across I could separate them out by color, but I'm not going to. I might, by the time I get to the end of the painting, I might have done that, but I know people did that when I was working on my Diamond Painting Deutschland Diana. There were people who commented that that's how they did that. Because there are so many colors in Diamond Painting Deutschlands, especially Josephine Walls, that they would separate them into basically, you know, sections by color. So all the blues together, all the greens together, etc. So that it was easier to find them when you were diamond painting. And I get why people do that. And you know, if that works for you and that's how you do it, you do you. That's just not how I do it. So get these numbers around here so I can get my numbers. 498. These are not going to be in any kind of order whatsoever, and that may drive me crazy later because until I learn the symbols I might be looking for the numbers, but for now I'm just going to do it like this. Total anarchy. Cats and dogs living together. Bonus points for you if you know what that's from. Why do I keep having one or two of these sticking in the darn bag? Come on, get out. There's not very many of you. Why are you not leaping into the bag or the container? Okay, 893 is this symbol. I'm super excited. I have, well, see, in my head, because this is past me filming this, but it's actually going to be future me talking to you. I'm so excited about the canvases I have open. So right now, I told you I had several whips open. Well, I guess they're not whips because I haven't technically started them yet, but I have several diamond paintings unboxed. So I am working on my cute hedgehog that I unboxed, which is a small one and won't take me very long. Also, it's a round, so again, rounds tend to go faster. So I'm hoping to finish that one. I have this one open, Alice, and I'm going to be working on her because, of course, I'm kitting her up. And then I have my second Treasure Studios art. I finished the first one, my coral fish, so you guys will be seeing that shortly when I do my finish review and then also dekit it. And I have my second TSA, which is the Patchwork Cockatoo, is opened. I have been avoiding that one because it is mostly black. The entire background is black. The cockatoo itself is lots of color, but the background is all black. And I just am not ready to do an all black painting right now. Maybe what I need to do is just kit it up and work on it in pieces instead of trying to do it all at once. I just know that's not my preferred method of working, and I don't know if I'll be able to mentally stand that, or if it'll just drive me crazy, and then once I'm in it, I'm in it. So we'll see. I have my Dreamer Designs, I think it's called Cottage on the Water, and I've had it unboxed, but I have not, whoops, let me put the sticker on that, 3731. I have the, what did I say it was? Cottage on the Water unboxed, but I have not had a chance to work it up. It is a Dreamer Designs canvas, which was going to be one of my big 10. However, this one, like I said, kind of fell in my lap, so I'm working on it at first. And, we'll see. Okay, so I'm probably going to need 2 rows of these tiny ones, and I only have 1 row in here. So I'm going to take out some of these smaller containers that are taking up this second row and set them off to the side because I don't know if I'm actually going to use them or not. Okay, 820. Okay. This is a lot of colors. How many colors? 60? It feels like so much more than 60. I'm not sure why, but it does. And there's not very many of them either, so it's not like it's going to take me a huge amount of time to get them all kitted up, but okay, 3347. So it's been a little weird around my house. My husband has been off work for the last couple of days. All the bosses had to go in for some kind of training. So there weren't enough other people like my husband left to actually work. So he's just been off work the last couple of days, which he doesn't mind. It's been freezing cold here and windy. So the wind chill has been terrible. So it hasn't hurt his feelings at all to be home, but it's just been weird because, I'm used to him being gone and he's been home. Okay, let me move this trash again because I'm getting out of the way and pull some more of these over. Okay, so 312. I feel like I'm going to kit up most of these colors in these tiny containers, which is kind of weird. I know you can buy in Elizabeth Ward's system that is nothing but those tiny containers, which I didn't do. I specifically wanted the one with the variety because I knew I was going to want to have this, ability to kind of make it modular. But I think this is the first time I've had a painting like this where I'm going to have so many of these smaller ones. 3023. Okay. Now, I also am still working on some other projects. I have had several people ask me about some of the stickers and things that I have made. If you didn't already know, you can check out on the About section of my YouTube channel. If you go to that, there is a link in there to my Google Drive, which has a link to the folder of all of the shared files, which is the link to like the conversion files that I've made and have found. So like if you want to convert, I have a copy of Diamond Art Club's AB conversion. If you need DMC codes, I have my crystal code conversion sheet that I made that I shared with you guys. And I have my diamond painting logbook pages that I shared with you guys. If you're interested in using those, you can just download them and print them out for free. I am in the process of, I think I also shared, it's just a page of diamond blanks. It's just a diamond. I found a diamond symbol that I found on the internet. And I just made it all different colors and I put it in a PDF so that you can download it and then print it on sticker paper at home and basically kind of make your own label containers with the little diamonds, just write the symbols on them. So those are on there. If they're not, somebody please let me know and I will put them on there, but I think I put them on there. And then I'm also going to be working on some other stickers that hopefully I'll be sharing with you guys at some point. I have been, sort of trying to search for a storage solution. I found a short-term one, but I really want a long-term solution. I've tried several things. None of them have really been exactly what I want. So I still have a bit more work to do kind of behind the scenes to see how things turn out. And once I do that, then I will kind of let you guys know, what I'm doing, how I did it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and if I'm going to make any changes in the future. And I had lots of you give me lots of good information, so thank you for that, because everybody kind of does it a little bit differently. There's so many different storage systems for spare drills out there that's kind of crazy. There's people using, plastic like art box storage. There's people using, the storage in the photo boxes like I have. That's I found tons of people in the scrapbooking world who are using that kind of storage. There are people using the baseball card, binder things. People who are using actual pieces of furniture and like index cards. I mean, they're all essentially the same system. The diamonds go in a bag and you have some kind of way to identify the DMC number, etc. I've been all over Etsy trying to see what solutions people were offering on there. I found somebody selling, it looks like an old-fashioned trunk, like a piece of furniture, like a trunk that you would, like a sort of like an old suitcase or a briefcase. And he has basically made it into the same kind of storage system that I'm using, where it's got the dividers and you have, the divider cards that tell you what the DMC numbers are. And then he's got stickers that I say he, I don't know, it's a he or she. They have stickers that have all the DMC codes, so you can put those on your bags. Some includes the bags, some don't. So there's just a million different options out there, and trying to, settle on the one that I thought would be the best for me. Still haven't found it. I'm still working on it. I did try a couple of solutions, but I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money trying out different things. And I should have gotten my tray out because I'm spilling these everywhere. I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. One, because I'm trying to stay, on my budget. And I didn't want to waste, money that I could be spending on diamond painting kits on things like storage, but that is, something I need to do. So at some point I may just have to bite the bullet. I did get a couple of different options, and I have a couple of other things that I'm going to do to those options just to make them a little bit prettier. They're not the most attractive looking solutions right now. I really don't want to do plastic. I looked at several options that people had told me about for, storing them in plastic and using bigger bags than I currently have. But that means I have to basically revamp the entire system, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to do all of that. Maybe at some point in the future I will, but I wasn't sure I wanted to do that right now. So I've been in search of solutions that would let me still use the bags and dividers that I have without having to redo everything. And, you know, when I first started doing the storage system that I'm currently using, I wanted everything in the same place. But then, like I said, I've mentioned this in another video, somebody mentioned, you know, why am I keeping all the squares and rounds together? Because there's no need for that. I mean, if I'm doing a round painting, I'm going to have round drills. If I'm doing a square painting, I'm going to have square drills, and I won't need, you know, to have access to round drills while I'm dekitting a square kit and vice versa. So, okay, that uses up all of my little containers, and I've got 2 complete rows, and I still have quite a few of these left that only have a small amount of drills in them. So I'm going to be forced to go to the next size up, which is fine. And then we'll see. Some of my stickers are already coming off. Press them down a little bit so they'll stay. Okay. Because I don't want them to come off, because then I won't know what color is what. That will really be confusing. Okay, so I'm just going to have to use this size, and we'll see if I make it all the way through without needing to kind of move things around a little bit. So this will be interesting. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I should have plenty of containers for the number of colors that I have, but especially since most of them will be kitted up in those little tiny ones, but we'll see. Okay, 754. I think that's what makes it seem like, even though there's actually less drills, it makes it seem like there's more because there's so many colors, so many different colors. So 3861 just makes it seem like there's more bags than there really are, I guess, which is kind of ironic since they're not really filled. So how do you guys do this? I know I've mentioned before that I am typically someone who does not open, well, I don't open my diamond paintings until I'm ready to do them. So even with the YouTube channel, I don't open everything and then kind of put it back in the box until I'm ready to work on it. Maybe I should, but I don't. And I just leave everything in the box because I figure that way, you know, when I do get around to unboxing it, I haven't lost anything. But I know that a lot of you will unbox everything and keep your drills separate from your canvases. Also because people like to let their canvases kind of rest until they lay flat before they work on them. I am probably not very fussed about that. I mean, if it's really wrinkled and I need to let it set, then I will do that. I have been known to, you know, put put books on top of canvases and let them just kind of sit for a couple, 2-3 days so that they kind of flatten out before I work on them. But they don't have to be perfectly flat for me to work on them. I mean, it's nice if they are, but now, and I'm talking about, you know, my smaller 30 by 40s and smaller. If it's a very large kit and it's wrinkly, which quite honestly, I haven't had happen very often, then I might let it lay or let it hang. I don't have too many of the very big ones that I've had that issue with, just because, you know, the bigger canvases that I have tend to be from the more premier painting companies, so they tend to be a little bit better quality. So I don't have to worry about that. So most of the ones that I have like that, you know, I hang them up in my craft room, and within a day or so, or even just a couple of hours, they'll be, you know, flat enough that I can work on them with no issue. So, okay, let me get this one. And then I've got to move containers around a bit in my, because that fills up a third row. So I'm going to remove this extra big one because I don't think I'm going to be using that. Oh no, you guys, I didn't put the color on this one. What is it? Was it 3814? Well, I guess I'm going to set that aside until I remember which one it was. I can't believe I did that. You guys were probably yelling at me when I did it, and I didn't hear you, did I? Okay, so see, this is what happens. I get busy talking, and then I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I can always go back and watch it myself when I'm editing it to figure out what I did, but still annoying when I do that. Okay, so let me get this one. That one looks like a weirdly sized bag for some reason, like it's shorter than all the others. Weird. Okay, so that can go there. 38, 37. Because at the end of it, I should have a sticker left over, right? Assuming I didn't do something terrible. Okay. So there's those. Okay, let me take these bigger ones out of here because I don't know if I'm going to need those. Definitely need this size though. Okay, so I've just got 4 of these small ones left. So let me put those there. Okay, so 905. Let me try and keep track of what I'm doing because I don't want to end up with any more that don't have stickers on them because my goodness, that would be bad. Okay. Anyway, what was I talking about? I was asking you guys what you did. Like I have a TSA, a Dreamer Designs, this Alice, my diamond painting shop that I just opened. If you haven't seen that unboxing, go check it out over there. And my hedgehog one that I'm currently have open and I want to work on. Plus, I do also have 2 small special ones that I kind of would like to just work up really quickly. So that's like 6 different paintings that I have unboxed and just kind of out sitting around. I have drills kind of thrown all over the place. So I probably need a better system. I mean, I have them separated so I know what's what and which drills are what, but I don't really have them organized. I'm lucky enough to have a big enough craft room that I can kind of just toss things, you know, this one is over there, that one is over here, etc., without really worrying about it and having to kind of make sure that it's put up. So, you know, I know there's some of you out there that have some kind of a system where you label the drills. These go with this canvas, etc., etc. Now, looking ahead, I can go ahead and kit some of these up in these smaller ones, but I only really have room for 1 more of these, or 2 if I take this one out. So I'm going to end up having some kind of stacked on top of each other because they don't all fit in this tray, which is not a big deal. I've done that before. I'm kind of sad though that I didn't have more of these smaller ones so that I could kit them up in that instead of having to use these bigger ones for trays for colors that I really don't need these big containers for. So we'll see how this goes. 3809. Let me just get the rest of these. I really don't have too many of these kitted up now, but they're the ones that kind of have more drills. So let's see if these are going to fit in this size of container. Some of them are fuller than others. Guys, why does it keep jumping around on me? Some of them are fuller than others. So I'm trying to grab the ones that I think don't have very many. So 434. So I can put them in these. Then we'll see. I'm going to have a good maybe 10 extra ones. So maybe I do need to invest in that extra tray like I was talking about. And 803. At least the stickers are easier to find now because I have most of them done. Okay. So how do you keep, you know, your drills organized when your drills are separate from your canvases, I guess is what I was asking. Okay, let me throw all these away. One escapee drill. Okay, so of these that I have left, I bet most of them will probably go in these smaller containers, so we'll see. And then I'll put my larger ones away where I store them normally, since I don't have a second tray to put them in. Come on, there you go. Okay, and then I'll just start stacking them on these other ones. Okay, and I need some more small ones. And then when I run out of these, we'll see. Let's see, $8.95, $8.95. We'll see where I end up with some of these, because some of these look kind of full, but it's kind of hard to tell until you go to pour them in how much it's going to actually be. Oops, let's dump those everywhere. Okay, $9.91. Anyway, I just can't decide which canvas I want to work on first. And I just saw on Instagram the other day somebody saying that, you know, they were tired of trying to, you know, work on canvases they didn't want to work on. If she had 8, you know, whips going on at once, that was fine with her. That way it gave her the opportunity to pick which one she felt like working on at any particular time. And, you know, if you can work that way, more power to you. I don't think that I can. I could try it, but I just don't think that that probably would work for me. I think I feel like I was too disorganized, and I don't know that I would get anything done. Okay, $8.90. And of course, you know, I want to diamond paint all the things, right? So no matter how many I've got open, there's still always more that I'm like, oh, I want to work on that one. I want to work on that one. In fact, my husband and I, I think I've mentioned before, we had gone and moved some shelves from our pantry into my craft room so that I could store basically my stash. And they're old shelves. They were saggy. They're ones we had liberated from our garage, you know, and they're just old plastic ones that had too much stuff stored on them once upon a time. And so now they were saggy. And I was like, I just don't like the way this looks. Can we get some, you know, additional storage, some newer shelves is what I wanted, so that they just look nicer. So we went out on one of his days off, and we went to a home improvement store and got some new shelves. Now, am I going to count those towards my diamond painting stash? No, I am not, because they will get used for other things as well. I mean, that's currently what they're being used for, but that will not be the only thing they get used for, so I'm not adding them to that. But they are, well, they're not steel, but they look like steel. They're much nicer. They're more see-through. They're much better quality than the cheap plastic ones. They're not sagging in the middle, and so my craft room looks so much better. Okay, so I am out of the smaller containers, those middle ones, not the smallest ones like these, but this size. I'm out of those now, so all I have left is this size. So I only need one, because I only have one more, which means this has to be 3814, because that one is 318. Whew, crisis averted. I can't believe I did that, you guys. I mean, I can, but wow. Okay. So I have everything stuffed on new shelves, and I actually like it because we bought them new. We were able to configure them the way that I wanted them. So even though I still only have 4 shelves, which is what the other system had, I actually am getting more stored on it because I was able to adjust the height of the shelves so that I can store more than I was able to with the other ones. So that has been amazing. So let me pull all those off of there. Okay, so I used up all of my stickers. Let me pull this over here. Oops, there's a loose drill. Get that out of the way. And here are all of the drills kitted up in the Elizabeth Ward. So as you can see, I've got several here that are going to be kind of double stacked. That's okay with me. It's not my favorite thing. I wish they would all fit in there. But when I have this many colors, this is just a signal to me, I guess, that I need to invest in some more of these. I don't very often have a kit where I have enough, you know, kind of small number of drill colors that I need this many of the small containers. I have much more often ran into a situation where I need more of these bigger containers, and so that's kind of what I concentrated on getting. I did get a second sleeve of these, so I've got 2 rows, but apparently that wasn't enough. So I may do some research into if I want to buy another tray that just has this size, or if I just want to buy the tray itself, or what I want to do. So probably be cheapest if I just bought the tray. Anyway, so there is my kit up for Alice in the Sea of Tears, Diamond Art Club by Simona Candini. So again, I'm doing this for the Alice in a Winter Wonderland event. I will put a link to the canvas in the description below so that you can go check it out for yourself if you're interested. And yeah, expect to see her soon in some whipping chats. That's all for me, you guys. Before you go, please don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button. That helps me out even more. And hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.